everybody. We're here with the Café Noir puppies, and this is their 6-week update. This is Claire from Van Isle Labradoodles, and we're going to show you all of these adorable puppies one by one, all 9 of them, and we're going to give you a little brief temperament assessment of each of them based on our notes to date. The big allocation day is coming up really soon, so we're just going to give you a little tiny synopsis of each of their personalities today. And then we're going to move on and we're going to do some information on health and wellness, nails, ears, and some grooming tips, equipment and supplies that you might need. So this is Mr. Brown Collar. Mr. Brown Collar is a beautiful chocolate party. He is very outgoing, enthusiastic, inquisitive, and not afraid of anything, as you can see, as he'd probably walk right off the table if we let him. He is a really affectionate boy, loves children, and he'd be just great for a young, active family. And I'm going to trade puppies now with Reynolds throughout, so we only have one at a time here. And the next one we have coming up is Mr. Orange Collar. And you can see Mr. Orange Collar is a solid chocolate, and he is bigger than Mr. Brown Collar. And you can also see he's quite a bit quieter. He's a little bit more laid back and not quite as enthusiastic about everything as Mr. Orange Collar is. But he's very affectionate, as you can see, with lots of kisses and hugs for his people. He just lives for human affection, and he adores children. So Mr. Orange Collar is going to thrive in a nice, calm, relaxed environment. That's probably what's best for him. And now we're going to move on to Mr. Purple Collar. We have lots of misters in this litter. Here we go. And here's Mr. Purple Collar. Hello, baby. Hi, sweetie. Hi. Mr. Purple is a great deal of fun. He too, like Orange, is very laid back. He's calm, he's quiet, and he looks for human support whenever he's trying something new. So he's just a little bit more of a timid puppy. He's a little bit tentative still, finding himself a bit still. And he's somewhat independent. He'll often be separate from the other dogs. But he loves children. He just adores kids. So he's going to do well in a home that has some older children and somebody who really focuses on him. So that's Purple. And now we're going to go on to Mr. Red Collar. Hey, buddy. Here we go. Hi. Mr. Red Collar is a very well-balanced puppy. He's a happy guy who enjoys people, dogs, kids, new situations, playing with toys. He's very inquisitive. He's extremely affectionate. And he will just fit in well anywhere and with anyone. He's just really a great, happy-go-lucky kind of guy. Ain't you? Yeah. And now we're going to move from red over to Mr. Light Blue Collar. We're just going to wait for a second for Reynolds to find him. He's got all 9 of them over there, and he's just going through making sure he's got the right puppy. Sometimes it's not the easiest thing to figure out which one is which because they do all look very similar. And Mr. Light Blue Collar is the smallest of the litter. He's a solid brown dog, and he will be coming out very shortly. He is actually in the crate sound asleep, and that's why Reynolds can't find him. So he's just going back into the crate to get him and bring him out. And you can see that Mr. Red Collar is just taking this all in stride, just sitting here very calmly, not in the least bit worried. So here comes Mr. Light Blue Collar. There we go. Bye-bye, Red. Hi, buddy. Light Blue is the smallest in the litter, and he is a dynamo. He has the biggest personality in this litter. He is outgoing. He's curious. He's playful. He's lively and always happy. He loves kids, and he is going to be just great for an adventurous, energetic young family. He is just a bundle of fun all of the time. And following Light Blue, of course, only makes sense. We're going to have Dark Blue. Dark Blue is the other party puppy in the litter, as you can see. And Mr. Dark Blue is very loving. He's outgoing as well, curious, affectionate. He's just a great all-round guy. He just gets on with everyone. He loves toys, and he's going to do well in virtually any situation that we put him into. He's a very versatile young fellow. And now we're going to try and take a look at one of the girls, and that's Pink Collar. And she's the one who is going to be a sable. So she's a sort of a lighter brown color. So Reynolds just getting her out of the crate as well. The puppies were all just outside in the snow having a great time playing, and they've just come in. So some of them are gone back into their crate to go have their afternoon nap. Oh, and that's Mr. Brown that's complaining that he's not the star of the show anymore. He says, what the heck? How come I'm not front and center anymore? So here we'll just get Reynolds to bring us Miss Pink Collar. She's the lightest brown one there, Reynolds, if you can find her. Pink and peach and orange all look similar to men who sometimes don't have the same acuity of color as women do. So he's coming, he's got her now, and then we'll let Mr. Dark Blue go back and get ready for his afternoon nap. So here comes Miss Pink, there she is. So you can see I was saying that she is the sable girl, and you can see that in that her coat is a lighter color. Pink is also a very affectionate and curious girl. She's quite outgoing, she's very confident, she's quite dynamic. She is really fond of kids as well and really enjoys her time with people. So she's going to do well in a situation where she's the focus of the home, as she does like to be the main center of attention. And now we have our other little girl, and this is Peach Collar Girl. There you go, Pink. Peach is a brown girl. She doesn't look like she's going to sable or be a sable. Peach is a little bit more independent than Pink. She's often off on her own, similar to how Mr. Purple can be as well. She likes new adventures. She's quite curious. She really enjoys toys and shoes, and she gets along really well with all the other dogs. And she's another dog that's going to do well in any setting. And you can see she's a nice, calm, relaxed girl too. So that's Miss Peach. And last but not least, we're going to have Mr. Green. Mr. Green. Mr. Green is the boy with a little bit of white on his chest. You can just see a little bit of it here. He's a really well-balanced puppy with great social skills, and he loves kids and adults, other dogs, toys, and pretty much every new thing. And he's another puppy that's going to fit in really well anywhere. I'll just give him back to Reynolds. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring Mr. Orange back, as he's going to be our demo dog. And then we're going to talk about some of the things that we need to be doing for health and wellness for puppies, and also for when they're a little bit older. So Mr. Orange, if you remember, caught his nail on the blanket. So he's going to be a good one to show you about nail clipping. And as you can see over here, these have a variety of products and tools that we're going to go through today that are going to help you keep your dog looking good and feeling good. So one of the things that you are going to need to do on a regular basis is clip your puppy's claws. Now, if you're worried about cutting your puppy's claws, or it's something you just aren't thinking you are going to want to do yourself, you can always take your puppy into the vet or into your groomer, and they'll do it for you. When they're really little like this, it's quite an easy thing. And one thing you want to do, whether you do it yourself or someone else does, is you want to be sure you handle your puppy's paws every day. Put your fingers in between their pads, in the middle, touch them, and make sure you do all four of their feet, back and front. And their claws grow really quickly when they're young, so I'd suggest that you want to clip them at least once a week. And for now, the easiest thing is using just a person nail clipper. It's really easy, it's really safe, it's hard to make a mistake with, and it's much easier to handle when you're getting the hang of it and you have a younger puppy. So all you have to do is pick your puppy's paw up, and you'll see that Mr. Orange Collar is going to be quite familiar with this. You just put the clipper in, and you feel to the last little bit, and that's all you do is clip it off. And you'll see how he's not the least bit concerned. The trickiest thing is trying to get his head out of the way. And so if there's two of you, it's even better to do it. And of course, you just want to take the very end off. You don't want to take a whole big chunk off, because their nails are just like our nails. The end is dead, and the part that you want to remove, and the other part is living. If you cut that, it may bleed like crazy. and your puppy will not appreciate that. Now, once your dog gets a little bit older, you're going to move to this sort of style of a clipper. This is called a guillotine clipper. It has a little control on it here, so you can decide how much of the claw you're taking off, how big of an opening you have, all depending on how comfortable you are with using the tool. So the other thing that we have and that you can get from us is the proper brush for a Labradoodle coat. Labradoodles only have a single coat, but nonetheless you do have to be sure when you're brushing and combing that you get right down to the root of their fur. If you just do the top and think you're doing a great job, you're going to end up with a dog that has lots of mats down at the root, and then when you go to your groomer, your dog is going to come back naked and not too attractive because you haven't controlled the mats down there. So these are the brushes that we have available at Van Isle Labradoodles. They're a really good brush for a puppy. They have a decent amount of depth in their bristle. They're fairly flexible, and they have that nice little bend in them. So when they're this age, all you need to do really is get them used to being brushed. So I always like to hold the puppies on my lap. I usually have one of their favorite toys, or I have a treat, something that they really enjoy. And this is something that's great to do if you're sitting down watching the evening news, or just sitting relaxing in your chair at night, and just have a good quiet bonding time with your puppy. And make sure when you're brushing them that you do all over their body. So you do their head, you do their ears, and make sure that it's really gentle when you do their ears. And then you want to go down and do their paws, and just be gentle doing their paws, but get them so that they're used to having a brush on their feet, up underneath their chin, just like that. You don't need to do it for long. And then while you can still manage them very easily, you just want to take the puppy, put the puppy upside down in your arms, let them get accustomed to that first and be relaxed. If they don't like that, then you can always try supporting them like this. And then just quickly put the brush down their tummy. That's all you need to do, just 2 seconds like that, just so they get used to it. Now, the type of comb that we recommend is what's called a butter comb. And this comb, and we have these available as well, they have a really nice handle to them so they're easy to grip. They have wide teeth here and narrow teeth here. This is what you use on the bulk of their body, and this is what you use more on their face and on their ears. And they're very good as a chew toy, apparently. So you can buy really expensive combs. Chris Christensen makes excellent combs, but they're about 4 times more expensive than these, and really honestly, these will serve you just as well. So again, all you want to do is just run it over your puppy's body so they're used to the feel of it and to the fact that you're going to be putting things on them. And when you're combing, one thing to remember is that you hold the comb at an angle. You don't want to go like this, which is sort of what you would think you would do naturally, because the teeth are not flexible, and that really hurts. So if you go like this on your skin, that's very uncomfortable. So you want to do it like this so that it goes through the coat and glides through it, hopefully, and isn't hurting the puppy. Now, if you have a puppy when they have a knot or a mat, and you have to be combing that out. The puppies don't have quite enough hair for me to demonstrate this, but I'll do my best here. What you want to do is just like if you were combing a human knot out. You get the comb in, and then you hold next to their body, and then just go like this in short strokes to pull the mat out. And by holding it here, you're not pulling on their skin, because that's what hurts and what they don't like. So obviously Orange Collar thinks that this comb is quite delicious. So I'm going to put that over there. Now when your puppy is a little bit older and has quite a bit more coat, so I'm talking now post 6 months, you're going to want a brush that's a little more robust than this one. This one's great for day to day and for finishing, but when you really need to get in there and do a good deep groom, you need one that's a little bit more depth in the bristles. This brush is from Les Pooches. It is made in France and it's sold through their office in New York. They are expensive. I have had this one for years and it brushes a good many dogs, and it has this lovely flexible head. I've never found a brush that comes close to a Les Pooch, and it's just exactly the same as this brush here that we sell. but this is for once your puppy is a bit older. And you can see that the puppy's quite fine with it. You can start with this one if you wish, but I prefer to start them with a slightly narrower bristle, just so it's a little bit more gentle on them. So that's all you really need for brushing and for combing. Now, the one other thing that you need to do on a regular basis is keep your puppy's ears clean. Now, all you need for that is one little makeup pad like this. You can use this or you can use the round ones. And this is the product that we recommend that you use for cleaning your puppy's ears. And we will have a link so that you can use that. This is a really good ear cleaner. So you just have to remember to shake it. And you don't want to use too much, just a little bit. Just a dab will do you. Well, a little bit more than that. That's not quite enough. You don't want to get the puppy's ear saturated. And again, make it fun for the puppy. Go, hey, look at what are we doing? Isn't this fun? And then you just take the ear, put it in gently. Don't be pressing in too far. You don't want to go all the ways down to China or anything. Get it? You can see that this puppy's ear has a little bit of ick in it. So you go back one more time, clean. Take the reverse side. Come here, buddy. The dry side. And then just give it a little wipe out so you don't have a lot of excess there. And that's it. That's all there is to cleaning their ears. And if you do that once a week when they're little, again, they get used to it. It keeps their ears nice and healthy. And by feeding them a raw diet, they're already going to be predisposed to having really good, healthy ears. So I'm going to give Mr. Orange Collar back to Reynold now while we go through the rest of the things so he doesn't get too bored sitting up here. Bye, baby. Thanks for being my model. The other things that we have here are a variety of products. So the other thing we have for their ears is this Zymox product. If your dog does get an ear infection, this is a really good product. If you go to the vet and they have a yeast or a bacterial infection, the first thing they're going to prescribe for you is Cerelan. That is the most common drug for ear infections. And Cerelan's a great product. But sometimes when you use Cerelan, it doesn't actually clean up the infection. And sometimes your dog gets an infection again. So dogs can become resistant to infections. So what you want to do then is move to a product besides Cerelan, and that's where then the Zymox comes in. It's a really good product. Your dog won't become dependent on it. They won't build up a resistance to it, so you can keep using it to keep their ears nice and healthy. So you can also find the link for that here on the video. It's really easy to get it. It's just from Amazon. You can probably find it other places, but that's where I buy it from. I like to use Amazon. Now, for sometimes your puppy may get cracked or dry pads. If you live somewhere where it's quite cold or it's quite hot, this can happen. And sometimes they can just get a little scratch from being out on walks in the woods. Various things can happen. So this is the SOOS Rescue Cream, and it can be used for a variety of things. If they get a little burn, a little cut, a little abrasion, anything like that, that you can use this on their pads and pretty much anywhere other than their eyes or in their mouths. It's a really great little cream. It's multi-purpose and it's totally safe. So if puppy or dog licks it off, it doesn't matter. It won't harm them in any way. And you can get that from us too. We sell all the SOOS products. This is the shampoo that your puppy will have been washed with before you take your puppy home. And this is the one we recommend that you use to start off with. It is specifically formulated for puppies and kittens, and it's tearless. It smells pretty nice. And so it doesn't matter if you're bathing your puppy, you can put it all over their face and get it in their eyes and everything will be good. It's made with all natural ingredients and essential oils, so it doesn't dry their skin out. So if your puppy's running around in the muck or in the mud or in and out of the ocean and you want to bath them more frequently than just at the groomers, this is a great product for that. And SOOS also has another product that's really good that we use a lot, and that is this dry shampoo product. And this dry shampoo from them is a little bit different from most in that it's not a big sticky residue. It comes as a mousse. So you just shake it and it just comes out like this. You just rub it on the dog. That's all you have to do, and you'll be amazed at how cleaned up they are. A lot of people who have little puppies, and sometimes their tummies get a little crusty from having peeps on them, because when they're so little, the pee splashes up on their tummy a bit. Works great for that. It's really good if you have white paws on your puppy and they tend to get muddy. You can just use a little bit of that and you have beautiful clean feet again. So it's a great in-between grooming product. So we have all of those SOOS products available for you, and we do really highly recommend them. Now, one other shampoo that we really recommend as well, once your puppy is older, is this one. It is emu shampoo, of all things, right? Emu oil is in this shampoo. It is unfortunately only available from Oregon, and the company name is Cascade, and I will give you a link for this as well. Just be aware it takes a while to get here, and you do have to pay the customs charge when it comes across the border and the dreaded American exchange. So it's not inexpensive, but it is concentrated, and it can be diluted 4-to-1. But its biggest advantage is it is a natural flea and tick preventative. It does work quite well. We have a lot of ticks, and before it started snowing, we had even more ticks. Yay for snow, for getting rid of some of the ticks for a while. But the scent that is in it, which is all natural, but it has cedar, citronella, patchouli, eucalyptus, and for about a week, those things will protect your puppy from fleas and ticks. So now, the other thing you can take from this is you can realize cedar, citronella, patchouli, and eucalyptus are all readily available as essential oils. You can make up your own little spray bottle of those products and mist your dog before you go out, and they will have some good protection against fleas and ticks. The other thing you can use is rose geranium oil, and this is what we put on our dogs, although this year, because the ticks have been so bad, we have ended up making a little spray that we spray on the dogs, and then we dropper it on them as well. It's not 100%, you still may get some ticks, but it is pretty darn effective. Now, if you do get a tick, what you want to do is get the tick off your dog. And this is called a tick twister. Pretty much every vet has this for sale. Most pet stores do as well. They're about $6. And what you do when you find the tick is you just get some Vaseline, smear it over the tick, wait for about a minute, and the Vaseline suffocates the tick. And then you just slide this where this little slot is into the tick, twist, and pull out. It's really important when you have a tick that you remove the whole tick. You want to be sure to get the head right out and not be leaving that in, or else that can cause a problem for your dog. And again, if you're squeamish or you're not comfortable doing that, or you don't feel that you can do it properly, just go down to your vet and they'll be happy to take the tick out for you. Now, moving on from there, the other two products that we have here are from Adored Beast. And we're really excited that Adored Beast has allowed us to offer their products to our families. They are a Canadian company, and they're out of Nova Scotia, and they make just a few products, but they're all excellent. And the first one I want to talk about is Love Bugs. This is a canine-specific pre- and probiotic product. Now, this jar is not very big, but you use just a teensy little amount every day. This helps marvelously with keeping your dog's digestive system in sync. It helps to balance their microbiome and keeps things running really well. It is a terrific investment. Our dogs have this every day. And the other thing that they have is marine phytoplankton. Now, you can buy phytoplankton from a variety of sources for a variety of different prices. We previously used an American blend, but this one is superior to that, and you use less. It's half as much. You just need 1/16 of a teaspoon per day, and it doesn't matter how much your dog weighs. And this product is an omega. This helps with your dog's eyes, teeth, nails, and most particularly their coat and their heart health, just like an omega helps a person. So we give this to our dogs every day as well. And we noticed with this that there was a huge improvement in their coats in about 10 days' time. A lot more luster and a lot more softness and not quite as brittle, especially if you're in a dry climate. If you're in Vancouver or Victoria or Ucluelet or Tofino, we're not actually in a dry climate. But if you're in Calgary or if you're in Saskatchewan or if you're in Winnipeg, you are in a dry environment, and it's really important to give your dog's coats all that moisture to help it stay shiny and supple and healthy. So that's our health and wellness segment. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, of course, just ask in the comments below. I'm happy to help. If you're interested in any of the products, you can send us an email at vanisleproducts@gmail.com, or you can just say so in the comments and leave us your email and we'll get back to you however you wish to contact us. You can go to the website as well, www.vaniledoodles.com, and fill out a contact form if you wish to. But we're happy to give you more information, and we're happy to ship any of these products to you. So thanks for watching. We hope you'll give us a thumbs up if you found this to be a useful video. And next week, we'll be talking about the kids after their first wellness exam at the vet, and we'll be getting really close to allocation day. So thanks for watching.